Hello everyone, Esther here. And I know it has been a while, but I didn't really know what else to put into this channel. So, if you have been following the Secrets of Cesaria game over the past few months, you will note that I am no longer developing stuff for it, but that I am making my own little fork with a whole bunch of custom content that didn't really fit the Secrets of Cesaria vision statement. And in here we are in the Brazilian server that is graciously hosted by the community and that you can play on right now if you find the Discord link in the description. And I want to show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. All of those are brand new boss fights. There are 11 currently. By the time I am done with the initial release, there should be about 20. And this came from me playing a lot of Outlands lately and wanting to have some mildly different PvE content that it's slightly harder, slightly more group oriented, and that takes some moving around to do. So I changed a lot of the game recently. You can go on my GitHub to see what I have been working on, but it's not ready for a public release yet. What is ready is for testing is the Brazilian server. If you come in here, you will notice that this is the cave where you used to come if you wanted to become a Jedi. That is no longer a thing in the game. I am purging all of the Xeno stuff, and I am adding a little bit to it as I am slowly learning to make new maps. So the cave has been extended a little bit to make way for some of the new stuff that I am developing. This is called the Myconid cave. Let me show you. And Myconids are a type of enemy that are somewhat common in the Underdark in Dungeons and Dragons. And this is what I'm going for. I really want to make the game feel more like Dungeons and Dragons, even if I make it feel less like very old school Ultima Online Ultima series as it was originally intended. And there's a new enemy here called the Spore Mother. Let me show you what I mean. So there are about 11 new bosses currently, and all of them have multiple phases and some mechanics tied to them. This is a poison themed enemy. She teleports to you when you hit her or when she casts on you. And even on my extremely high-end character here, my main character on the server, I still have some difficulty in the fight. I have to move around a little bit. So she summons this vine, she summons some of her mushroom people, and as the phases of the fight progresses, her health bar resets and she gets access to a whole bunch of tricks. And the fight gets harder. This is intended for either a very strong character or to a group of decently equipped and skilled characters, and there are many bosses like this with many different teams. The poison is getting a bit too intense for me. You will notice that there are some animations. Let me heal up. And if you don't take care of the summons, stuff gets mildly out of control. Bosses are organized in 5 tiers and growing in difficulty. This is a tier 2 boss, and higher tier bosses have more phases, more different special attacks, and stronger summons that they bring up on cooldown. Every boss has a pool of unique artifacts that they can drop, and they mostly have different special attacks following a set theme. When you defeat them, you get this really nice and satisfying loot explosion. The amount of gold you get depends on the tier of the boss. You get some marks for your quests. Let me figure out where her body is here. Mobiles only. Can't quite find her for some reason. Yeah. And they drop some decent stuff. They are a good form of progression for already established characters. So they will be the main way you will be getting the power scrolls, and they have a chance of dropping specific artifacts for them and just random artifacts depending on the tier of the boss. Doesn't look like I got anything too impressive here, but it was a nice little showcase. For this character that has a legendary weapon that is almost maxed out, she has a whole bunch of legendary items, and it's as strong as you can reasonably get. She's a Titan of the Ether, she has the Codex, she has some very high-end gear, so she can manage this, but mostly you will be grabbing like 2 or 3 friends to do those fights. And this is the direction that I want to take the game in. I want to make it small group play oriented, and those are not required content by any means, but they are a nice thing to have. Let me shove my gold back into my magic bag. And there's a whole lot of stuff like this added to the game. There are some bosses that are good aligned, so if you're a red or if you're a criminal, you can go fight them. There are some extensions to already well-known dungeons. And I've been putting a lot of hours of work into this kind of stuff. So to extend the dungeons that already exist, like this one is in the Files of Hell. There's a whole brand new dungeon called the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Let me give you a quick showcase of it. This is in Lodoria. It's close to is in the Lizardman's Cave. You come in here and you've got a whole brand new dungeon to explore. All beholders have been rewritten, so there's special attacks from their eye stalks to mar things, like they do in tabletop game. And you've got this whole place that is fully integrated with the regular game. So you have the chests, you have the pedestals for you to steal, you have random spawning traps, and you have a boss that drops an item for tribute quests that NPCs might ask you for. And I'm still learning how to do this. I'm still learning how to draw the maps. It's very skill intensive, I would say. There's a lot that you just learn by doing, not a lot of tutorials out there. But I've been having a lot of fun with this. Let me showcase. I got ninjutsu mainly for running around, and I got a whole bunch of stealing for trying to get more gold and to get the contraband boxes. Maybe a wolf. This is a mildly difficult dungeon, especially if your magic resist isn't capped, because the beholders will follow up. But I enjoyed designing it. It's quite a lot of work, but it's good to have something that can challenge characters that are already strong. And it looks kind of pretty. I like the way it feels. There have been like many system extensions to the game ever since the latest release of Secret of Caesarea. And here we have a new item that is like a tribute quest item that you can use to fill your contracts, your vows, or you can use it when a NPC requests it. There's a new boss in this dungeon called the Dreamweaver, but I cannot defeat him with this character. It requires more players to get rid of the monsters that they spawn. And I enjoyed like how filthy and creepy the whole place looks like. There will be like a little quest tie-in, like an NPC in the castle of Ladoria will ask you for some help because the Dreamweaver has been sending disturbing dreams to people, and the little storyline will follow. So when you defeat the boss, you get a nice reward for it. And you will see on occasion the builders will have different attacks triggering, so they can drain your mana, they can put a necrotic ray on you, they can fire a disintegration ray, which really fucks you up if you are at low health. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can find in here. The Roper teleported me to the Umber Hooks, which is dangerous. I will make like a full video showcasing this place once I am a bit happier with it. But as it is right now, I am somewhat satisfied with the layouts. I just am unsure if I should add more monster diversity to it. And again, if you wanna check out this place right now, you can join the Brazilian server. The link will be in the description. Oh, a box. And once you have your character trained out, you can come join us. We tend to play like on the weekends. We grab everyone and we do like a whole big boss run. It's a lot of gold, a lot of artifacts, and a lot of fun just to have like a whole bunch of people running around panicking as the bosses do their special attacks. Over here in the main room, you have a boss, and I can't defeat him with this character, but I can show him. This is a tier 4 boss, so he most definitely requires you to have a group of people. The necrotic ray does a damage over time effect. He summons a whole bunch of these little lads, and each one of them has a few ice talk attacks. They can paralyze you. He has an attack that shoves you away, like a telekinetic punch. And once you progress with the fight, you can do stuff like he can summon like the Elder Eyes, he can summon actual beholders. His items are really good, especially like for mage type characters, but it's not something you are meant to solo. They get stronger, they do more damage as the phases of the fight go on. So it gets a whole lot worse from here. So this was just a quick little video to show some of the stuff that I've been working on. There are many bosses, I will showcase a few of them here and there. And I'll keep you all updated on the progress of my new shards. Of my new version of the game. There's a whole lot of new like archetypes to play, new items to find, and the bug fixes and the code cleanup that we have been doing ever since we joined the project. And I really enjoyed my time with Secrets of Cesaria. I really enjoyed the friends that I made. I really enjoyed all the time there in the Discord. But after a while, it just was very clear to me that the game that I wanted to put was not exactly the game that I wanted to play, and that is perfectly fine. So now I'm doing my own little thing, and I hope to have it presentable enough soon. I hope you all join me in the next adventures that are to come. That will be it for now. Hope you're having a good time. Hope the end of the year is treating you nicely. Bye bye.